So we're going to do our best to get this onto the President's desk. I think in this case, we would find someone very willing to sign this into law. This legislation is supported by the National Volunteer Fire Council.
It doesn't take long to get them dried and back out. So the dryer, by the time someone else is done washing, the dryer is almost done with the other.
This would be a database that would be maintained by Health and Human Services, which would be nationwide. And again, it's gathering the data that then could be helpful. The more data we have, you know, to move forward, but again, potentially better protective gear, or even as a firefighter is going to respond to a particular type of incident, that they may have different protective gear.
It's very important. It's something that hits near and dear to us. There's a lot of research and a lot of discussions going on about the higher cancer rates among this profession, and certainly I think that would lead to a little bit more comfort to know that, you know, we're working diligently on identifying why we have, you know, higher rates, and, you know, hopefully that would lead to newer technology and development of, you know, better equipment to protect us, and to you know, ultimately reduce the higher cancer rate among the profession.
FASNY currently has a bill that the New York State Senate has passed to have expanded cancer benefits. Right now, the firefighters are covered under the VFBL law for lung and respiratory cancers, but the rest of the expanded cancer, reproductive systems, and bloodborne cancers are not covered at this time. The paid firefighters, they do have a health insurance that does cover this, but the volunteers do not. And a prime example is just here in Batavia. The town of Batavia and the city of Batavia could go to a fire, fighting a fire alongside each other, and if a firefighter in the city develops cancer, he is covered with this cancer, any cancer that he gets, whereas the town of Batavia firefighters would not be covered because the VFBL only covers the lung cancer. So I appreciate the congressman for sponsoring this bill. I think it's going to do great things for the volunteer fire service. I thank the Senate in the state of New York for passing their bill for expanded cancer for the New York State firefighters, and all we can do is push on the New York State Assembly to pass this bill and let it go forward.
As volunteers, we're not volunteering for cancer, but cancer knows no boundaries. It doesn't care if you're black, white, red, green, yellow. We all bleed red, whether we're paid or not paid. And so we're looking to try to find a way and a method to collect data, and I thank you very much for that, at the federal level, because it is all across the state. So when I say I'm one of many. And it's more than just the state of New York that you're looking at. He's looking at the national scale. And that, to me, thank you.
Yep.
I can't say enough. We need to work together.